guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you could achieve a stacked rhinestone template. So this is a template that we are going to design today, and I hope that it will be beneficial to you. And if it did, remember to give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you'll be notified each time I make a video. Alright guys, let's get started. Okay guys, we are in Silhouette Studios Business Edition. The first thing you want to do is to get the text that you're going to use. I'm going to go over to my left where you see a A and a vertical bar. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click anywhere on my canvas, and I'm going to type the word faith in full caps. Now I'm going to go over to my right where you see the textile panel. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to choose a font. The font that I'm going to use for this one is called Cute Bold. And what I want to do is to stretch this font out wide enough because I need it to have enough space in between it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now the A looks really far from the I, so I'm gonna stretch it out about 135 using my character spacing at the bottom. If I want to stretch it out a little bit more afterwards, then I will go ahead and just ungroup. But for now, I go down to character spacing and I use my up arrow and I stretch my font out so that it has space in between it. Now I'm going to duplicate this font. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to press Alt and drag, and I duplicate that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click, select my word, right click, and go down to convert to path. What convert to path does is that it shows you the exact size of what you're working with. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stretch this out just a little bit more how I want it to be. I'm gonna press Alt and drag so that I stretch both sides at the same time. This looks good. And what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and duplicate this word again. So I'm gonna press Alt and drag. Now when I press Alt and drag, I have a duplicate of what this one is. Now I want to decide two things. It's either I'm going to make this piece at the top, the stacked piece at the top, single line or double lined. In my case, I want to make it double lined. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to click on the word faith, the one that I duplicated, and I'm gonna go over to my offset panel, and I'm going to create an offset on this word. Now the offset that I'm gonna create, I'm going to make the distance 100 and 0.150. Now if you look at my font, I know you don't see any color, but I'm going to zoom up as best as I can because I actually want it to stay like this without having a color. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll put color on it soon, but just give me a second. So what I'm gonna do, that I have my offset being 0.105, I'm gonna press apply, and then I'm going to go ahead and select all, both the offset and the original design, and I'm going to make it a compound path. To do that, I'm going to press Ctrl E, okay? Or you could go up to objects and just make it a compound path right here. Now this is what I'm going to have. Now the reason why I made it like this is because I want it to be a double lined font. If you don't want it to be a double lined font, I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna duplicate that other one. I'm gonna show you over here what you do if you don't want it to be double lined. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to click on it, I'm going to make an offset, okay, and The offset that I'm going to make, I'm actually going to use the outer part. So I'll take this part out. You see that it doesn't have the inside. So you could always ungroup and use that, but this is the piece that you will use following the next steps that I will show you if you only want it to be a single line. I don't want it to be a single line, and that is why I'm doing it this way. So now that I have the word faith and I make it a compound path, I'm going to add color now. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put color on this, and I'm going to take the line off. So this is what you're going to have. I'm also going to add some color to the word faith. So I'm going to go make it blue. I'm going to make it, and I'm going to do that. Now what we're going to do, we are going to work on the top part, which is the faith in purple. What you're going to do, you're going to go over to your line tool, which is this icon, which is the fourth icon to the top. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to drag a line across from this. I'm going to press my shift key to ensure that it is straight, and I'm going to press my escape tool to get it off. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select both that line and the word faith, and I'm going to go up to my center tool. So right here, which is this icon at the top where I'm hovering, where you see the where you go to get the align tool, is the third icon right here where I'm hovering, and I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to center that. Now you could decide if you want it to be centered or not. I think I might just take it down a little bit more around this part. Why? Because I don't want it too close to the H right there. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to get my knife tool. Now the knife tool is the second to last icon on your left toolbar, which is this one. It looks like a knife, and you're going to ensure that the straight is on, and I'm going to leave mine at 0, 0, 0, 0, and I'm not going to do auto apply because just in case I want to modify it. So I'm going to zoom up and show you what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press shift, and I'm just going to follow that straight line right here. Okay, and I'm going to ensure that it is it goes all the way across from the word faith. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to press escape, but I'm going to select both what I just did, and up here you're going to see the word apply. You're going to apply it. So when it applies, I could go ahead and delete that line because I don't need it. It's going to look like nothing happens, but you're going to first take your mouse and you're going to drag it over the top half. If you notice, you see only the top half being selected. You see there are bounding boxes around the top half, and you are going to go ahead and group that together. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run my mouse all the way on the bottom half. You're going to see bounding boxes. You're going to click on it and you're going to group it. Now if I should drag this, you're going to see that part of it is cut off. So I'm going to put it at the bottom. I'm going to take the word and put it at the top. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to align this. Okay, I'm going to align this, but I'm going to ensure that I position it the right place. I'm going to click on both of them, and I'm going to center them, align center, which is the second icon. So what that does is that it makes it align. I'm going to press shift, unchecked the inner part, and then I'm gonna ensure that I align these two to the correct size. Now this is looking good. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click. If you want more stacked, you decide if you want how many stacked items you want. I'm going to put another one at the top, so I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to go over to my replicate panel, which is this little icon that looks like a bug, and I am going to go to duplicate, and I'm going to click on the duplicate above, which is this icon. And what it does is that it's going to duplicate one exactly at the top. I'm just moving it a little bit because you know when you add rhinestones it's going to be too close, and then you're going to do the same thing, click on the bottom one, and then now you're going to align to the bottom, and you're just going to move it down a little bit. Now this is what you are going to have. I'm going to click on both of them. All right, and when I click on both of them, I could see my size. My size look perfect for this type of font. So I'm actually not gonna manipulate the size, the size. But what I'm gonna do, instead of leaving that faith in the middle to be just solid, I'm gonna be a little bit extra, and I'm going to click on that faith. I'm gonna open my offset panel, which is this one. I'm gonna do an internal offset. I'm gonna make it 0.125. I'm gonna press enter, and I'm going to apply. Now when you apply, you're gonna see bounding boxes. It means they're not grouped together. You're gonna go to the top where it says object. You're gonna group it, or you could make it a compound path. I'm gonna make it a compound path, and then I'm gonna add some color to that, and I'm gonna take the line off. So you add color right here, take the line off here. All right, this looks nice, but I want to add something else to it, so I'm gonna go to my A, and let me zoom down, right? And I'm going to type the word over fair. I'm gonna zoom out for you to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go over to my panel. I think I'm gonna use Memo Sketch for this one. Okay. You could make this a little bit smaller since you're gonna add more text to this. It doesn't even have to butt up on the other one. Let me see how large this is. Oh, this is quite large vertically. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put it up like this. Let me just bring it closer for you to show you what I'm doing. You don't have to do it like how I'm doing it, but what I'm gonna do, I am actually going to cut it out of the other one, so I could even bring it up a little bit more, and I'm going to put an offset over this. So I'm gonna go back, put an offset over the word over fair. I should have put some color there, but what I'm gonna do, let me go back because I want you to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna click on over fair. I'm gonna go up to objects. I'm gonna weld it. Why? This is a script font. You need to weld it, and then I'm gonna put some color on it, which is this one. I'm gonna take the line off, and then I'm gonna ensure that it is aligned to that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and center it horizontally. Oops, that was ungrouped. Let me undo. Let me first press shift, So for this one, I'm going to make it a compound path because I don't want it when I align it, it moves. So I'm gonna click on that over here and I'm gonna go up to the align tool. I'm gonna center it horizontally. Okay, after I center it horizontally, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put an offset over here, and I am going to put an offset. The offset is gonna be a 0.125. With that offset selected, let me just show you. So that's the offset. I put it as blue. I'm going to bring the offset to the front. So right click and then bring to the front. Oops. Oh, I need to make that a compound path. And then I'm going to take it and bring it to the front. See? So the offset is on the front. So I know my offset is selected because if I go up here, you're gonna see it's selected. I'm gonna press shift, click on that bottom piece, and I'm going to subtract that out. So I'm gonna go over here where it says modify, and I'm gonna click on subtract. So modify is that square around the circle. I'm gonna click on it. When it does that, it's just gonna take out all those pieces, and you're gonna see that there are bounding boxes around that word. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press shift, and I'm just going to group them together or make them a compound path. Okay. All right. So this is what we have. This can be used as an SVG. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit. I'm going to select everything. Okay, and I'm gonna press Alt and drag that piece. Oops, what did I do? So I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna press Alt and drag. I'm gonna group that together. All right, so now we're gonna work on this piece. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna add our rhinestones. We don't need these anymore. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open my rhinestone panel. To get your rhinestone panel, you go over to your right. You're gonna select this one that looks like a gem, or you could go up to panels and find it there. All right, so for the faith, the purple, gonna select it, and I'm gonna press the edge, and I'm gonna make it 0.015 just to get those closer and more defined. Now that looks good. The only thing is I could take this piece down a little bit. See that? I don't want it butted up to the other one, so I'm just moving that down. Okay, I'll do the same thing here at the bottom. Okay, that looks good. And you don't have to make it double if you want. I just want it to be doubled. And for the bottom piece, I'm going to make those also into a single line. For my over here, I'm gonna make that into a, I kind of don't like that piece. I don't like that. All right, I don't like that. Okay. All right, so I don't like how that looks, so I'm going to take that out, and then I'm gonna duplicate this and bring it down. Okay. I could always go back. Why is this all the way up here? I could always go back and put something else there, but let's see how this looks. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to add an edge to this part, and then here I'm going to add the radial fill. Okay, now this looks good. I'm going to also make this blue the color of the purple, because we're trying to save flock around here. Okay, now that looks good. You could decide if you want to put another legible font down here. Let's see if we find another one. Let's see, go back here, put over fair. I think I'm gonna use a different one. I want one that's legible. Okay, so I'm gonna click here. So me mustache is not working so well. Let's do light magic. This one would be better. This is why I test my rhinestone fonts before I go ahead and commit. Okay, I won't even have to test it, I know it's gonna work. So I'm gonna click on it. Let's see, much better, so much better. Okay, all right, so we're gonna use this one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to put some color for you to see what I'm doing. Wrong color. Okay, and I'm gonna take the line off. Before you do that, remember to weld. Always weld. If it's a script font, you weld. Okay, and make it a compound path. Sorry, I'm gonna go to object, make it a compound path. Okay, I'm gonna take the rhinestones off this one. I'm gonna ensure that they are centered horizontally. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put an offset. I did show you how to do this part. So I'll put an offset, 0.125 offset. I put double the offset, undo. Okay, and I'm gonna click on the word faith. Remember, I showed you that step, so I'm just rushing through this one. And then I'm gonna open my modify, and I'm gonna subtract. When you subtract, you're gonna have a lot of missing pieces. All you have to do is go ahead and group those together, or make it a compound path. Oops, color went away. Click on that. It drop her, it gets it back for you. Then I'm gonna add my rhinestones to this one. Gonna put an edge. Okay, that looks good. Now what I'm gonna do, this is butted up, I'm gonna take it down. Okay, I'm gonna ensure that this is together. That looks good. Alright, so this is what you are going to have. Let me see how large it is. You can go ahead and change your size. It depends on what you want. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna zoom up to show you what I have. I don't like that. Let me change the color. Okay. Ew, that color is ugly. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so I put black so you could see what we're doing. Also, I'm gonna change the color of this one to the color of on the bottom. That way we don't waste flock around here. Alright, so this is what you are going to have. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move the stones around. I'm gonna ensure that the holes are filled in. This doesn't take a lot of work to do. Why? Because the only thing you have to really worry about is the inside, and the rest of it is okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this. Remember, always duplicate. Always duplicate, guys. Duplicate, duplicate. I'm gonna group it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and move the stones around, then I'll show you the finished product. What you're gonna do, you're going to select everything. You're gonna ensure that your rhinestone panel is open, and you're going to release those rhinestones. Okay guys, you're gonna see boxes around all the rhinestones. All you're going to do is to go ahead and remove, fill in those stones. So I'm gonna zoom all the way up. See that? I'm gonna move stones around and just fill in the areas that I want to add my rhinestones. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll let you know. Remember, alt and drag. If you're on a Windows, if you're on a PC, it's command and drag. Okay, so now I'm gonna move these around and then I'll let you know the final result. Finish moving around my stones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to now group it back together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to panels and then I'm gonna go to select by color. So on the select by color, you're going to choose by fill, not by line. I'm gonna click on the black first. Okay, so you're gonna see a box around all of your black, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna go up to objects, you're going to group. When you group it, the boxes will go away. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to objects and I'm gonna make it a compound path. The color is gonna go away. I'm just gonna add back another color. I'll just do black again. And I'm gonna take the line off. Then I'm going to click on the pink. I'm going to go to objects. I'm gonna group it. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it a compound path. Then I'm gonna add back my color. I'm going to take the line off. Now I'm going to group everything. And there you have it. All you have to do is save it as an SVG, or you could go ahead and cut it out. So if you find any value in this video, remember to give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you'll be notified each time I make a video. Until we meet again, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.